Well, good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday, and I believe it's April the 20th. I think we had our last frost about 3 days ago, so I'm going to say the 17th was our last frost for this year. It may have been the 18th, but it definitely didn't frost any after the 18th. Our last frost date right around here, I think it's average 23rd of April most years. But this year I'm hoping it's ended early. Anyways, what I'm fixing to do, I showed y'all the potatoes down there that I planted in my garden. Well, they did get frostbite. I didn't cover them up or anything. Remember, I planted them, and I said, "Now we'll just see what happens." The rest was up to God. However, there is one more thing that I do to my potatoes. You see this big pile of what it is? It's chipped trees. I've got a friend of mine that he does a lot of tree work, and he brings me these chips, and so I'm going to put them in a tub, and I'm going to take them down there and mulch the potatoes around the potatoes, and see how that does for our potato growth. And here, about as soon as I start seeing the blossoms on my potatoes, I'll start feeding them a low nitrogen and a high phosphorus fertilizer. But I'll show that to y'all when time comes. Right now I got to shovel this stuff up into this makeshift, this thing right here. It was a little thing that people puts on their cars and puts extra stuff in when they're driving. Well, I took it apart, and I could use a wheelbarrow, but I find that in this terrain, my terrain around here is real lumpy and bumpy, and you try to roll something on it, it's just gonna flip over. So I just put a little string on this, and I use a little makeshift thing to drag around the yard. So, but let's get something put around our potatoes today. Okay. We got all them potatoes mulched down. Now that mulch is not completely decomposed. And I was watching one YouTube channel said if your mulch wasn't completely decomposed, you could, the bugs eat all your potatoes. Well, now I'm just going to put that to the test. Now I've got another row of potatoes here that I planted the same time. Then I got another row of potatoes planted about a week later, and I just planted another row over there, and I'm planting 2 more rows over there under that plastic. They will all have different systems of how that they are taken care of. These first 2, they're going to get the mulch on them, the pretty fresh mulch. It's not decomposed. And this one here, this one down here, 3rd row, it's going to get straw. And the other one, actually, I think I'll put, I'm going to put straw around them. No, I'm going to put straw in the last 2. So this one and that one, we're going to heap it up with soil. And then the last 2, we're going to do nothing but put straw on. Now, planting depth. These first 4 rows, they were all planted 3 inches deep. I know people say 6 to 8 inches. But I don't want to dig that far to get my potatoes. So now I'm going to try another method, and it's going to be, those last 2 rows are going to just be laid on top of the ground. Yes, the ground will still be worked up, but they're going to be laid on top of the ground and straw put on them. I don't know if I should even work the ground up. What do y'all think? Anyways, I don't know what I'll do yet, but we'll make a video on it. So for now, y'all have a beautiful day. And let's see how this experiment goes.